Hello everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Lost Odyssey. Did you sleep well? No messages from you yet, I'm afraid. We'll hold any messages that come for you here, so please don't hesitate to take a stroll outside. I'm sure you'd like to forget the horrors of the battlefield. Oh, by the way, feel free to use any of the items you'll find here. They are compliments of the house. Okay, so let's... Oh. Hold on, I'm gonna go ahead and, anything here? Seed. Okay, I got that one. Hello. Have you been to Ura for the long time? This is my first time. I'm looking for a job to make something out of my life. Okay, there's nothing here. It's locked. Okay, so I guess let's go outside then. Okay, so where do I go now? Kime recalls a memory that was locked deep within his heart. A dream has been revealed. White flowers. Lovely white flowers marked the town. They blew on every street corner, not in beds or fields set aside for their cultivation, but blending naturally and in profusion with every row of houses, as though the buildings and the blossoms have grown up together. The season is early spring, and snow still lingers on the nearby mountains, but the stretch of ocean that gently laps the town's southern shore is bathed in refulgent sunlight. This is an old and prosperous harbor town. Even now, each day, its piers see many cruise ships and freighters come and go. Its history, however, is sharply divided between the time before and the time after an event that happened one day long ago. People here prefer not to talk about it. The winter shed engraved upon the town's chronology. The memories are too sorrowful to make stories out of them. Kime knows this, and because he knows it, he has come here once again. Passing through, the tavern master asks him. At the sound of his voice, Kime responds with a faint smile. You're here for the festival, I suppose. You should take your time and enjoy it. This man is in high spirits. He has joined his customers in glass after glass until now and is quite red in the face. But no one shows any sign of blaming him for overindulging. Every seat in the tavern is filled and the air reverberates with laughter. Happy voices can be heard now, and then as well from the road outside. The entire town is celebrating. Once each year, the festival has people making merry all night long until the sun comes up. I hope you got a room for the night, sir. Too late to find one now. Every inn is full to overflowing, so it seems. Not that anyone would be foolish enough to spend a night like this quietly tucked away under the covers in his room. The tavern master winks at Kime, as if to say, not you, sir, I'm sure. Tonight we're going to have the biggest, wildest party you've ever seen, and everybody's invited, locals or not. Drinks, food, gambling, women. Just let me know what you want. I'll make sure you have it. Kime sips his drink and says nothing, because he was planning to stay awake all night. He has not taken a room, though he has no plans to enjoy the festival either. Kime will be offering up a prayer at the hour before dawn when the night is at its darkest and deepest. He will leave the town, sent off by the morning sun as it pokes his face up between the mountains and the sea, just as he did at the time on his last visit. Back then, the tavern master, who a few minutes ago was telling one of his regular customers that his first grandchild is about to be born, was himself just an infant. "This one's on me. Drink up," says the tavern master, filling Kime's shot glass. He peers at Kime suspiciously and said, "You did come for the festival, didn't you?" "No, not really," said Kime. "Don't tell me you didn't know about it. You mean you came here by pure chance?" "Afraid so." "Well, if you came here on business, forget it. You'll never get serious talk out of anybody on a special night like this." The tavern master goes on to explain what is so special about this night. "You must have heard something about it. Once a long, long ago, or a long, long time ago, this town was almost completely destroyed. There are two kinds of events that divide history into before and after. One is the birth or death of some great personage, a hero or a savior. The other is something like a war or plague or a natural disaster. What divided this town's history into before and after was a violent earthquake. It happened without warning, and it gave the soundly sleeping people of the town no chance to flee. A crack opened up in the earth with a roar, and roads building just to fell to pieces. I know I couldn't read that. Fire started, and they spread it in the twinkling of the eye. Almost everyone was killed. You probably can't imagine it. All I know is what they taught me in school. Now, what does Resurrection Festival mean to a kid? It was just something that happened once upon a time. I live here, and that's all it means to me. So a traveler like you probably can't even begin to imagine what it's like. Is that what they call this holiday? Resurrection Festival? The town was resurrected from the total ruin to this. That's what the celebration is all about." Kime gives the man that grim smile, and sips his liquor. "What's so funny?" the tavern master asks. "Last time I was here, they were calling it Earthquake Memorial Day. It wasn't a festival for this kind of wild celebrating. What are you talking about? It's been a Resurrection Festival since I was a kid." "That was before you were old enough to remember anything." "Huh?" "And before that, they called it Consolation of the Spirits. They burned a candle for each person who died, and prayed for them to rest in peace. It was a sad festival, lots of crying. You sound as if you saw it happening yourself." "I did." The tavern master laughed with a loud snort. "You look sober, but you must be plastered out of your mind. Now listen, it's festival night, so I'm going to let you off the hook for pulling my leg. But don't say stuff like that in front of the other townspeople. All of our ancestors, mine included, are the ones who barely escaped with their lives." Kime knows full well what he's doing. He never expected the man to believe him. He just wanted to find out for himself whether the townspeople were still handing down the memories of the tragedy. Whether deep down behind the laughing faces, they're still lingering the sorrow that had been passed down through their forefathers' time. Called away by one of his other customers, the tavern master leaves, Kime aside, but not without at first delivering a warning. "Be careful what you say, sir. That kind of nonsense can get you in trouble." "Really? Think about it. The earthquake happened all of 200 years ago." Kime does not answer him. Instead, he sips his liquor in silence. Among the ones who died in the tragedy 200 years ago were his wife and daughter. Of all the dozens of wives and hundreds of children that Kime had had in his eternal life, the wife and child he had were especially unforgettable. In those days, Kime had a job at the harbor. There were just the three of them, he, his wife, and their little girl. They lived simply and happily. The same kind of days they had preceded today would continue on into endless tomorrows. Everyone in the town believed that, including Kaim's wife and daughter, of course. But Kaim knew differently, precisely because of his own life was long enough without end, and he had consequently tasted the pain of countless partings. Kaim knew all too well that in the daily life of humans there were no forever. This life his family was leading would have to end sometime. He could not go on unchanged. This was by no means the cause of sorrow. However, denied a grasp upon forever, human beings knew how to love and cherish the here and now. Kaim especially loved to show his daughter flowers. The more fragile and short-lived, the better. Flowers that bloom with the morning sun and scatter before the sun went down. They went everywhere in this harbor town. Lovely, white flowers that bloom in early spring. His daughter loved the flowers. She was a gentle child who would never break off blossoms that had struggled so bravely to bloom. Instead, she simply watched them for hours at a time, that year too. Look how big the buds are. They'll be blooming any time now, she said happily when she found the white flowers on the road near the house. Tomorrow, maybe, Kaim wondered aloud. Absolutely, his wife chimed in merrily. Get up early morning tomorrow and have a look. Poor little flowers, though, said the daughter. It's nice when they bloom, but then they wither right away. All the better, said Kaim's wife. It's good luck if you get to see them blooming. That makes it more fun. It may be fun for us, answered the girl. But think about the poor flowers. They went so hard to open up. And they wither up the same day. They wither the same day. It's sad. Well, yes, I guess so. A momentary air of sadness flowed into the room, but Kaim quickly dispelled it with a laugh. Happiness is not the same thing as longevity, he proclaimed. What does that mean, Papa? It may not bloom for long, but the flower is happy if it can open up the prettiest blossom and give off the sweetest perfume. It knows how to make while it is blooming. The girl seemed to have trouble grasping this and simply nodded with a little sigh. She then broke into the smile and said, It must be true if you say so, Papa. Your smile is more beautiful than any flower in full bloom. He should have said it to her. Kaim later regretted that he had not. The words he had uttered so carelessly, he came to realize turned out to be something of a prophecy. Well now, young lady, he said, if you're getting up early to see the flowers tomorrow morning, you better go off to bed right now. Alright, Papa, if I really have to. I'm going to bed now too, said Kaim's wife. Okay then. Good night, Papa. His wife said to Kaim, Good night, dear. I'm going to bed now. Good night, Kaim replied, enjoying one last cup to ease the day's fatigue. These turned out to be the last words the family shared. Aww. A violent earthquake swept the town at dawn. Kaim's house collapsed in a heap of rubble. Kaim's two loved ones departed for that distant other world before they could awaken from their deep sleep, and without ever having the chance to say good morning to him. The morning sun rose on the town that had been destroyed in an instant. Amid the rubble, the flowers were blooming. The white flowers that Kaim's daughter had wanted so badly to see. Kaim thought to lay a flower in offering of his daughter's cold corpse, but abandoned the idea. He could not bring himself to a flower. No one, no living being in the face of the earth. He realized he had the right to snatch the life of the flower that possessed that life for only one short day. Kaim could never say to his daughter, You go first to heaven and wait for me. I'll be there before long. Nor would he ever know the joy of reunion with his loved ones. To live for 1,000 years meant bearing the pain of 1,000 years of parting. Kaim continued his journey. A dizzying number of years and months flowed by. Years and months during which numberless wars and natural calamities scorched the earth. People were born and they died. They loved each other and were parted from the ones they loved. There were joys beyond measure, and sorrows just as measureless. People fought and argued without it, but they also loved and forgave each other endlessly. Thus was history built up as the tears of the past evolved gradually into prayers for the future. Kaim continued his long journey. After a while, he rarely thought about the wife and daughter with whom he had spent those few short days in the harbor town, but he never forgot them. Kaim continued his long journey, and in the course of his travels, he stopped by this harbor town again. As the night deepened, the din of the crowds only increased, but now as the hand of life comes into the eastern sky, without a signal from anyone, the noise gives away the silence. Kaim had been standing in the town's central square. The revelers, too, had found their way here one at a time, until, almost before he knew it, the stone-paved plaza is filled with people. Kaim felt a tap on the shoulder. "I didn't expect to find you here," says the tavern master. When Kaim gives him the silent smile, the tavern master looks somewhat embarrassed and says, "There's something I forgot to tell you before." "Oh?" "Well, the earthquake happened a long time ago, before my father and mother's time, and before my grandparents' generation. It might sound funny to me to say this, but I can't imagine this town in ruins." "I know what you mean. I do think, though, that there are probably things in this world that you can remember even if you haven't actually experienced them. Like the earthquake. I haven't forgotten it. And I'm not the only one. It may have happened 200 years ago, but nobody in this town has ever forgot it. We can't imagine it, but we can't forget it either." Just as Kaim nods again to signal his understanding of the tavern keeper's words, a somber melody echoes throughout the square. This is the hour when the earthquake destroyed the town. All the people assembled here closed their eyes and clasped their hands together and offered up a prayer. The tavern master and Kaim among them. To Kaim's closed eyes come the smiling faces of his dead wife and daughter. Why are they so beautiful and so sad? These faces that believe with all their hearts that tomorrow is sure to come. The music ends. The morning sun climbs above the horizon, and everywhere throughout the town bloom countless white flowers. In 200 years, the white flowers have changed. The scientists have hypothesized that the earthquake may have changed the nature of soil itself, but no one knows the cause for sure. The lives of the flowers have lengthened. Where before they would bloom and wither in the space of a single day, now they hold their blooms for 3 and 4 days at a time. Moistened by the dew of night, bathed in the light of the sun, the white flowers strive to live their lives to the fullest. Beautifully, the town, as if striving to live out the portions of life denied to those who tomorrows were snatched away from them forever. End. Ooh, boy. That was a heck of a read. Hello. Sorry, but no one's allowed through here. Use the detour over there. I guess we should go back to the tavern. Oops. Welcome to my inn. Please take your time to relax and rest yourselves here. Okay, so I guess not right now. Okay, so let's see where else we gotta go now. So where am I supposed to go now? This is the boarding area for magic taxis. Unfortunately, it's out of service at this time due to orders from above. You know what I should do? I think I'm gonna go ahead and go to... Not go, but... Is it too early to go to the... whatever I'm supposed to do? Let's look around. Cold Stone. Gongora's Mansion. Okay, save. Okay. Oops. Okay, Lord Gongor is not saying anyways this time. I am just between you and me. None of his servants, huh? None of his servants are searching for you right now. Okay. Okay, so it's not time for me to go there yet, so let's go ahead and go somewhere else then. Oh, wrong way. Oh, I was going to talk to the dog, but I guess not. Sorry. Okay, you were at the Highlands of Roll. Weren't you? My son was in the battle too. Did you know him? Is he still alive? Oh, here we go.
Whoop, sorry. Look out. Sorry, miss.
Wait, let go! My throat! Damn!
Why are you following me?
You're Kai Marganar! I mean, Lord Gongor asked me to do it! It's the truth! I'm supposed to tell you to go to his manor. He has something important to tell you!
You are?
Jansen, messenger for Lord Gongora. At your service. Man, what an attitude. Jeez whiz.
Okay, so I better go... Okay, have you heard about this? A connection of mine in the council told me Councilman Gongora has been confined to his private estate. Could it be true? So the soldiers in front of his house aren't protecting him, but rather keeping him in there? What's going on over there? Okay, so let's see. Okay, so now we can go to the mansion. I just need to talk to Jansen. Lord Tolton is currently visiting. Please wait.
House arrest is going too far. I have firmly opposed Roxian on this. Do not despair, Gongora.
Thank you, Your Majesty. It is much more than I could have asked. Your father would have been pleased.
I could never fill my father's shoes. And now that Ura is a republic, I am simply a citizen like everyone else. I am no longer your majesty.
I respect the royal blood that flows in your veins. It is only fitting that I offer the respect you're due.
Do not be foolish. People will think you're a dissident who wants to restore the monarchy.
I'm truly happy that you have come to see me. You've always been so kind.
You taught me the rudiments of magic. I cannot help but be kind to you in return. I cannot understand Roxian. I believe he intends to stop work on Grand Staff. It makes me angry, Gongora. Our entire nation has benefited from magic energy, yet he does not understand the significance of Grand Staff. If we can increase magic energy with Grand Staff, just think how much better our people's lives would be. We would no longer need soldiers. You have seen the future of Ura, and how Grand Staff can make it happen. Roxian's vision is too narrow for our nation to grow. I am sorry you had to witness that.
There is no need to apologize. I'm happy your highness understands. But even if they stop Grand Staff, we could develop a newer and far better magic engine.
Please let me know what you need, Gongora. I can help you.
I am unworthy, your highness.
Alright, meanwhile.
Please, go in.
Bye. I guess we'll be seeing you soon, I guess. Magic Gongora's Mansion. What's over here? Okay, anything over here? Okay, you can't be leaving already. Oh, okay, never mind. There we go. Oh, can I go up here? Oh, there we go. I don't know, is this one? Oh, it's outside. Okay, it's not over here. Okay, so probably it's that way then. Oh, here we go.
That woman. How could she be in Ura without me knowing?
Is he talking about that lady we saw on the train? Okay, we go over here now. Oh, cool. There's like some crates. Hawkeye. Berserker necklace. Flare bomb. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Increase magical and physical attack. Okay, I could use that. Okay, so which way is the... Okay, there's an elevator over there, so it should be open. Here we go.
Good, you're here. I asked you here for only one reason.
Hold on.
What is it?
Oh no. Great, here he comes. Hey, whoa, hey, you are really short-tempered. Hey, I don't have a sword, okay? Easy.
Why are you here?
I told you I'm just a messenger. I came to see if you really come or not, which you have, so that's good.
That's enough, Kaim. He's on our side.
Thanks. A little late, though.
We can use him. He's cunning and quick, and he has many connections. I want you to take him on your investigation of Grand Staff.
No way, sir.
You know, I thought he'd say that, my lord. His shoes, hello?
Look, this other immortal joining the investigation, she might be dangerous.
Why?
The woman was once a pirate. I don't know how it happened, but she's now a soldier for our army. Well, the past is the past, and I know little else about her. Take Jensen with you. He can help keep her in check. Despite what else he may be, he has a healthy respect for women.
So, you know, I heard she was a looker, if you catch my drift. I mean, you've seen her, right? Okay, be that way. You guys are way too serious.
Pirate. All right. Understood.
All right, then. I'll be there early. Oh, yeah, you can count on it.
Remember, Kaim, you're the only one I can trust. I can't leave here for a while. The Grand Staff is my life's work. So if something is wrong, I want you, with your immortal powers, to find out what it is. Understood? You'll be briefed later. You should go now.
I'll be right behind you. Oh, he's gonna be fun to work with.
This is for your trouble.
Wow, nice. You know, my lord, I've been thinking, working with this guy, it's like playing with fire. I mean, did you see his eyes? I mean, that's creepy. I got a bad feeling about this whole thing. I mean, this little guarantee is not gonna be enough, I'm afraid, to keep an eye on him. You're gonna have to give me a little bit more, you know what I'm saying?
You're already under a magic contract. Don't get greedy.
Whoa, hey, okay, that's some serious mojo, buddy. Easy, easy.
Is your fee still unsatisfactory?
Okay, not funny. I'm not laughing, okay? I didn't stick my neck out for this, okay? Jeez, everyone's a pain in the ass. I'm taking a bath.
Oh, he's a bad guy. Alright, let's get out of here, the mansion. Lieutenant Argonar, do you have everything you need for your journey? You should prepare yourself well so that you may better fulfill the expectations of Lord Gongora. Having you coming in and out of here could damage Lord Gongora's reputation. The council won't look kindly to it. You won't be allowed to re-enter the mansion once you leave. Are you sure you want to leave? Uh-oh. Oh, are you sure that you have it? I'm sure there's everything I can get? Well, I think I already got what I got, hopefully. I know. Yes, leave. Bye-bye. Okay, let me go ahead and save before we head off to our journey, everybody. Okay, so where am I supposed to go? Oh, there she is.
Hey! I've been looking everywhere for you. I heard about the Grand Staff investigation. Looks like we both got the short end of the stick. It's not enough that we just keep surviving, eh? There's always something. So, what did you learn in the council?
Nothing to do with you.
Oh, really? Say, haven't we met somewhere before? Ugh. Nothing to worry about if you can't remember. Neither can I.
You too, huh?
I can't recall a thing. All I know is that my name seems to be Seth Balmore. People say I used to be a pirate. Isn't it strange that both of us lost our memory and are immortal? Maybe we met a long time ago. I sort of get that feeling when I look at you. When we met before, were we enemies? Or allies? Or maybe even lovers? Looking forward to starting our journey tomorrow, Kaim Arganar.
Tomorrow?
You still haven't been contacted by the council? You set out for Grand Staff tomorrow morning. I thought you would have heard by now. Oh, and by the way, I'll be joining you on your little trip.
So you are going with me then?
Being late is strictly forbidden. Mwah.
Okay. Alright, I guess I'll go back to the inn. Okay, here we go. Welcome back. I received a message from the council earlier. You are to report to the Grand Gate for their next mission. If you head to the station, you can either take the monorail or pick up a taxi to the Great Gate. Be careful out there. I will, sir. Okay, so I better... Do I go to sleep, or...? Do I get to, Okay. 1,000 years. Okay, maybe not. Okay, let's go to the monorail. Lieutenant Argonar, is it? Councilman Gongora is currently serving a suspension. I believe you have your own mission to handle, yes? Sorry, but no one... Okay, I gotta go to the monorail. Okay, so let's go to the monorail if I can find it. Central Station Square.
It was announced today that parades planned for the
Okay, so do I go take the... Oh, directions, okay. No, thank you. Okay. Okay, so do I take the monorail? There we go. You know what? My dad works in a magic production factory. He's the boss of the whole place. I'm not the boss of anything, really. I'm glad she's proud of me, though. Everything I do for her. Kaim recalls a memory that was locked deep within his heart. A dream has been revealed. Little liar. Everyone in the marketplace hates that little girl. Not yet 10 years old and far from having outgrown the sweet innocence of childhood. She earns only open contempt from the grown-ups who have shopped in the market. The reason is simple. She lies about everything. Hey mister, I just saw a burglar go into your house. Look lady, everything just fell off your shelf. Hey everybody, did you hear what the traveler said? Bandits are planning to attack this market. Even the most harmless white lies can be annoying if repeated often enough. Then the shopkeepers have found themselves growing angry. You better watch out for her too, the lady greengrocer warns Kaim. Nobody here falls for her lies anymore, so she's always on the lookout for newcomers or strangers. Somebody like you will be a perfect target for her. She could be right. Kaim is new to the town. He arrived a few days ago and had just started working in the marketplace today. What do parents do? Kaim asks while unloading a cart full of vegetables. The woman frowns and shakes her head with a sigh. She doesn't have any. They died? The mother did, at least 4 or 5 years ago. She was a healthy young woman who never so much as caught a cold in her life, and then one day she had collapsed, and that was it for her. How about the father? She sighs more deeply and then she sighs more deeply than before and says, he left to find a job in the city. He never returned. The parents used to operate a variety shop in the market. Though the mother almost single-handedly took care of the actual buying and selling of the many goods they carried. As soon as she died, the shop's fortunes took a plunge, until it was eventually taken over by someone else. The father went off to the distant capital city in search of a good-paying job that would enable him to cover their debts. He promised to come back in 6 months, but he has gone a whole year now. Letters used to arrive from him, and on occasion care of his friends the tailor, but those too gave out about 6 months ago. I guess you could say it's sad for such a little girl to be waiting around for her father to come home, but still. The girl now sleeps in the corner of the communal storehouse run by the people of the marketplace. We all used to talk about taking care of her, to be stand-in parents for her until her father comes back. This is no surprise to Kaim. He knows from his own experience that all the people who worked in the marketplace, and not just this that this plump, kindly women are good-hearted and generous despite their limited means. However, otherwise, they never would have hired a stranger like himself. But long before that 6 months went by, we were all heartily sick of her. She was a sweet, simple girl while her mother was alive, but this experience has left her kind of twisted. All her sweetness is gone. Of course, we all feel sorry for her. We take our turns feeding her and pressing her and feeding her and dressing her in hand-me-downs. But the way she keeps telling lies to all the grown-ups, nobody really cares about her anymore. Why can't she see that? She must be lonely, don't you think? With a pained smile, the woman shrugs and says, "That's enough gabbing for one day. Work, work," and she goes back into the shop. Kaim is sorting the vegetables he had unloaded in front of the shop, and when he hears a little voice behind him, "Hey, mister, are you new here?" It's the girl. "Uh-huh. You're not from the town, are you?" "No, I'm not." "Are you living upstairs while you work here?" "For a while, at least. That's what I'm hoping to do." "I'll tell you a secret, okay?" "It's starting already." "Okay," Kaim says without pausing in his work. "There's a ghost in the marketplace. The people here don't tell anybody about it because it's bad for business, but it's really here. I see it all the time." "Really?" Kaim responds with feigned surprise. He decides to play along with her rather than scold her for lying. In this endlessly long life of his, he has encountered any number of children who had lost their parents or have been abandoned by them. The sadness and loneliness of children who have been cast into the wide world alone are exactly what Kaim feels himself as he continues to wander through the infinite flow of time. "What kind of ghost?" "A woman, and I know who she is. It's the ghost of the mother who lost her child," she said. Her only little girl, died in the epidemic. Overcome with grief, the mother chose to die, and now her ghost appears in the market every night, searching for her daughter. The poor mother, she killed herself so she could be with her daughter, but she can't find her in the other world either. So she keeps looking for her here and calling out, "Where are you? Hurry, come with mommy to the other world." The girl tells her story with deadly seriousness. "Don't you think it's sad?" she asks Kaim. She actually has tears in her eyes, which is precisely why Kaim knows she's lying. Even if he had not been warned by this woman, he would have known this was a lie, based on what she told him about the girl's background. Kaim carefully arranged bunches of well-ripened grapes in the display crate and asked the girl, Why do you think the mother can't find her daughter?" "What?" the girl asked him with a dazed stare. "Well," he explained, "the girl is not in the other world. She's not wandering around in this world, so where is she?" Kaim does not mean this to be a cross-examination. He simply feels that someone who lies out of sorrow can have a far easier time of it by recognizing the lie for what it is. The loneliness of a girl who had lost her mother and been abandoned by her father consists not in telling one little lie, but in having to keep on lying. Now that you mention it, that's a good point," the girl says, smile calmly. "Really? Where did the girl go?" Kaim momentarily considers pointing at the girl as if to say right here, but before he can do so, she continues. "This is the first time anyone ever asked me that. You're kind of different. I wonder." "No, you're not. No, you are. You're different," the girl insists. "I think we can be friends." Her smile deepens. Kaim smiles back at her, says nothing. Just then, they hear the lady grocer coming from the back of the shop and the girl dashes away. Just before she disappears around a corner in the alleyway, the girl gives Kaim a little wave, as if to say, "See you soon." For the first time, the face of the girl, with the all too grown-up speaking style, shows a hint of childishness befitting her years. The girl begins coming to see Kaim at the shop several times a day, when the lady grocer is not around. She tells him one lie after another. I baked cookies with my mother last night. I wanted to give you some, but they were so good I ate them all. Bandits kidnapped me when I was a little baby, but my father came to save me and beat up all the bandits so I didn't kill them. So I didn't get killed. My house, it's a big white one at the foot of the mountain. You're new here, so you probably don't know it. It's the biggest house in town. You don't have a family? You're all alone? Poor Kaim. I wish I could share some of my happiness with you. All her lies are born of sorrow. Sad, lonely lies. She could never tell to marketplace people who know her background. At the end of every chat with Kaim as she is leaving, the girl holds her finger to her lips and says, "This is just our little secret. Don't tell the lady grocer." Of course, Kaim says nothing to anyone. If he happens to find himself in a situation where the market people are speaking ill of the girl, he quietly slips away. Lies and disparagements are funny things. They don't take shape because someone tells them, but rather because someone listens to and voices agreement with them. A truly isolated individual can never speak ill of anyone. The same can be said regarding lies. Because she has someone to tell her lies to, the girl needs to not fall into the abyss of her true isolation. To protect her small and sad share of happiness, Kaim plays the role of her listener, raising no objections. One day when the girl came to see Kaim, she takes special care not to be noticed by the lady grocer or by the owners of the neighboring shops. "Tell me, mister, are you planning to stay here a long time?" "No, I'm not," Kaim says, continuing to unload vegetables and fruit. "You'll be leaving when you save up enough money?" "Probably, but you don't have enough yet?" "I'm getting there," he says, turning a stale, strange smile on the girl. This is a white lie of his own. He already has enough money to support himself on the road, nor has he taken his current live-in job because he needs money so badly. He is here because he has not found a destination he wants to travel to. A journey without a destination is an endless journey. Wise men said that you need dreams and goals in life, but dreams to accomplish and goals to realize shine as guideposts in life, precisely because life is infinite. So then, what should be the dreams and goals of one who have been burdened with a life that has no end? Kaim's is not a journey to be hurried, nor is it one that can be hurried. Perhaps drifting day after day with no destination cannot even be called a journey. "If I were you," says the girl, "I would get out of the marketplace as soon as I save up enough for 2 or 3 days of traveling." Kaim responded to her with a silent, pained smile. What would be the look of the girl's face if Kaim were to tell her, "I'm staying here for you. I am finding the means of my life for now and providing you with a listener for your lies." The moment these words come to mind, words can never actually speak to her. The girl looks around furtively and says in a near whisper, "If you want to get out of here soon, I know a good way you can do it." "A good way?" "Sneak into the tailor's and steal his money. There's a little pond in the cabin at the back of the shop. It's full of money. Are you telling me to steal it?" "Yes." She looks straight at Kaim without slightest show of doubt in her eyes. In all seriousness, she goes on to explain. "The tailor deserves to have his face robbed. The money in the pot," she says, "is tainted. I know this girl, a good friend of mine," she says, "and it's so sad of her. Her mother died, and her father went off to work in the capital, and she's all alone. Her father was supposed to come and get her after 6 months, but she hasn't heard a thing from him since. Yet another lie born of sorrow." "Are you sure?" Kaim calmly asks, "Is there some connection between your friend and the tailor?" "Of course," she says. "A close connection. What's really happening is the father was sending her money every month the way he was supposed to help make her life in the town a little easier, and he kept writing to her. He wanted to tell her he found a good job in the city and she should come to live with him right away. He's too busy to come for her, so she should come to him, and he sent her money for the trip. but none of the letters or the money ever reached the girl. And why do you think that is? Before Kaim can answer, the girl says, the mistake he made was to send the letters and money care of the tailor. He's been keeping all the money for himself. Kaim looks away from the girl. In order to prop up one sad lie, the girl has piled on this still sadder one, a lie that can hurt another person. This is the saddest thing of all. The lock on the tailor's back door would be really easy to break. The girl asks, and she gallops away without waiting for Kaim's reply. The girl comes running into the grocery store the next morning, shouting for the owner. She says directly to the woman, not to Kaim. Burglars broke into the tailor's shop last night. She says she saw a number of burglars sneaking in late at night after the marketplace and emptied out. My oh my, says the woman with a forced smile. That must have been just terrible. She is obviously not taking the girls seriously. But it's true though. I really saw them. Look, little girl, I've just about all I could take from you. You're such a little liar. It scares me to death to think that you growing up to be a burglar or a con artist or something. I'm busy trying to open my shop now. Do you mind? Try it on somebody else. She was hardly through speaking when someone outside shouts, "Help! Somebody help! Somebody come!" The tailor is standing in the street, looking horrified and screaming at the top of his lungs, "Burglars! They took all my money!" The little girl slips away, and as the tailor comes in, the marketplace is in uproar. The girl was not lying, that much is certain. But all too accustomed to her lies, people now suggest the possibility of another kind of lie. Maybe she did it. What do you think? And it begins. I think it may be right. Talk about play acting. I wouldn't put it past her. Let's go find her. We'll make her tell. Even if we have to get a little rough with her. No one objects to this suggestion. Some run off to the storehouse, and others start searching the marketplace. Can't find her anywhere. The storehouse is empty. She ran away with the money. As the searchers return with their reports and speculation, Kaim finally understands everything. After all her sad lies, the girl has left behind one final truth. She couldn't have gone very far. Yeah, we could still catch her. The little thief. Wait till I get my hands on her. The men rage and the women fan the flames. Good. Give her what she deserves. We were so nice to her. And now, look how she treats us. We can't let her get away with it. A dozen men start to run after her, but Kaim stands tall on the road, blocking their way. Hey, move it. The men are out for blood, but Kaim knows if he felt like it, he could knock them all down, and they wouldn't be able to lay a finger on him. Instead, he relaxed his powerful stance and throws a leather coin pouch on the ground in the front of the men. The money is stolen isn't there, he says. Sorry, I don't know what the heck I said. The stolen money is in there, he says. What? Sorry, I stole it. A confused stir quickly turns into angry shouts. Kaim raises his hands to show he will not resist. Do what you like with me, I'm ready. The lady grocer breaks through the wall of men shouting to him. How could you do this, Kaim? I wanted money, that's all. And you're not just saying this to protect the girl? The woman's intonation is too sharp. Forcing a smile, Kaim turns to the tailor and says, It was in the pot in the cabinet, right? The man nods energetically. It's true. He must have done it. I have the money in the pot. He's a thief. The money wasn't the only thing in the pot, though. Was it? What are you saying? You had some letters in there, too. Letters from the girl's father. That's a lie. Don't be crazy. It's true, though. No, there couldn't have been any letters. I threw them all. The tailor claps his hands over his mouth. But it's too late. The lady grocer glares at him. What's this all about? She demands. No, I mean, you better tell us everything. The people's angry glance turn from Kaim to the tailor. Some days later, 2 letters arrive from the girls from the girl addressed to the lady in the grocery store and the nice man upstairs. Kaim's letter said the girl managed to find her father in the capital. He has no way of knowing if this is true or not. It is hard to imagine a little girl finding her father in the big city so easily without knowing his address or workplace. Still, he decides to believe it. He decides to believe it when the girl's letter says, "I am happy now." Human beings are the only animals that lie. Lies to deceive people, lies to benefit oneself, and lies to protect one's own heart from the threat of crushing loneliness and sorrow. If there were no lies in this world, much strife and understanding would surely disappear. On the other hand, perhaps it is because this world is a mixture of truth and lies that people have learned how to believe. When he is through reading his letter, Kaim turns to the woman. Concentrating on her own letter, she shyly raised her head when she sensed Kaim looking at her. "I give up," she declares. "Listen to this. I am so grateful to you and the others in the marketplace for all you have done for me. I will never forget you as long as I live." A liar to the bitter end, that girl, she says, smiling through her tears. End. Alright, so, that's a long read. Okay, so let me go ahead and... Wait, no, okay, never mind. This monorail is not operational, I know. Thank you for riding the monorail. Oh, God. That's funny. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and end this episode right here. So I just want to say thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time in the next episode. Bye-bye.